In this video, I'll tell you a bit more about my weight loss journey and what kind of limiting belief that was stopping me from losing the weight. And by learning these strategies, you're going to lose the weight and keep it off, but also learn more about who I am. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button, but also make sure you hit the bell to get notified whenever I make a new video about weight loss advice. I use these tips to help several men and women lose weight and keep it off. I'm so excited to help you. I remember when I was at my heaviest weight I've ever been. I was so unhealthy and I was so young. I was getting bullied a lot because I was so overweight, and that felt shit. I remember I wasn't so fond of how I looked in the mirror when I was just going around, and I wanted to hide myself. So what I was thinking about was, after reading a book about changing your life, specifically how you can go from being insecure to being confident, and it made me realize that you're actually not born like a confident person. There's something that you have to transform yourself into. So from after learning about these kind of mindset tips, I would realize that in order to become a better version of myself and be more confident, I had to actually shift mindset that I have and become a better person. And how that specifically looked like was, I was getting through some exercises that were telling me you have to figure out what kind of person you want to be, and if you have some role models that you're looking up to, that could be much more helpful to you. So I was always a big fan of Cristiano Ronaldo because he was playing soccer just like myself, and when I was like very overweight and being bullied by those people, I just thought, okay, what kind of role model should I have that could help me feel like I have something to aspire to, like someone who's more confident, more ripped, and also competent. So what I learned from Cristiano Ronaldo was the kind of mindset he had and the kind of way he was working out, and he was also having a coach. So by understanding what kind of coach he had, that made me believe that if I invest into a coach and adopt these kind of habits that coach has, maybe it could help me become a better person. So the kind of things that I had to replicate by Cristiano Ronaldo was someone who was very confident, and how to be more confident as a person, you have to be more competent. So I was just studying the shit out of how confident people like how he was talking and his kind of body language. So I was learning so much about how to have an open body language, and also your tonality, as when you are talking more slow and more looking people in the eye, it exudes a bit more confidence when you're talking with people. And if your body language is very close, like you're doing like this all the time, which I was also doing because I was just overweight and I was very insecure, but these kind of things I wasn't aware of it. So the more I was being aware of what kind of things I was doing with having close body language, the more open I got, and the more I felt like I was not being in this bubble. So that was some of the things that I had to like change a bit more. And in regards to how to be more social, just like Cristiano Ronaldo and also Leonardo DiCaprio, these are the two big role models I had. I was thinking, how can I be more social? So what I was doing was, based off being so confident, like not confident and very shy, I had to study a lot of these books in order to be a better version of myself, who was very talkative, but also being able to listen to people when they were saying something to me. So I was reading about like conversation techniques, like open language, closed question, open questions. There were also like, if you don't have anything to say to a person, you can just talk about the surroundings. Like, let's imagine that you are at the gym right now and you're just there at a new place, and you just say, oh, there's a lot of people today, and that's nice, you're working out. I've been seeing you a lot here every single morning. What kind of workout are you doing? So you're using something that is related to the environment to start a conversation. And of course, I was so scared of doing that first time I was doing it, because I was so shy, but I didn't want to define me that I was something who was always being shy. So I had to come out of my comfort zone. And the same thing you have to do when you're trying to become a better version of yourself. You have to replicate some of the things that another person who you aspire to be is going to be more helpful to you. And I was also remembering that I still had something in my mind that was thinking, how is it really possible for like an overweight kid who is no confident at all, not feeling attractive, didn't want to talk with people, always being inside of my own head. I was thinking, is it possible to do that? So I was just thinking a bit more about what kind of environment these people were in, if I could replicate that. So I was just thinking of joining the gym. I was thinking of joining, for example, dance classes where you just naturally had to be more talkative and be more outgoing. So that was just pushing me outside of my comfort zone. And another thing that really helped me was when I was in 7th grade, high school. I was just losing a bunch of weight after I've been working out and running because of these people at soccer were bullying me. So after I lost all that weight, I was getting more confident because I was just trying to be more talkative. So I was just going audition for a part in Greece that you're probably familiar with. You know, John Travolta, who is the great guy who can dance and also sing. So I was just auditioning for that lead role and I fucking got it. And I was scared as hell. I was just thinking, okay, I also have to, not only I'm in a good shape right now, but I also have to try to be more confident. So I was just learning all the lines and also how to move on stage and talk with people without getting fear. And eventually I was just getting more confident with that. I was also had to sing and memorize all these things. And after I was learning all these new things, I was just realizing I was more confident, and was really joyful experience because not only was I able to get on stage but also perform. Being able to perform was more of a way of not thinking about what other people were thinking about me, but also trying to trust yourself as a person who has never been trusting himself because you felt like the whole world was against you. But me accomplishing these small things just led me to being more confident in other areas of my life. So when I just finished this musical, that also led me to try new other things like, for example, dancing, as being more outgoing and also perform gave me a taste of going out to dance, because I realized when I have more focus on what kind of workout and nutrition part, I was able to perform at a much higher pace. I was even more powerful in my move, and I went from beginners dancing class to like advanced. It was very embarrassing because I remember when I had my first dance class, I was like 16, 17, and the people were at the beginner who were like 10 years old. It kind of sucked, but I was just thinking that I had to start somewhere, and eventually after a couple of years I just got to the advanced team and we were going out and performing, and I was still working out and following my diet plan. But the amazing thing by following a nutrition and diet plan and losing more weight and getting more muscular was just you are actually going to feel more confident in your own skin, and that also transcends when you are outperforming, because people can see when you are more outgoing and you have more belief in yourself. Not only believe in yourself when you are out performing, but also just when you are talking with new people. For example, me going out and perform all the time was able to just talk with anybody that I wanted and be friends with so many people. I got a lot of acquaintances through that. And I think just the weight loss journey has definitely helped me understand that you're not defined by your past, but it's who you're looking up to. And the more you are trying to model their actions and also the environment, and also trying to really analyze the kind of qualities they have, the more you realize it's so much fun. And I'm a fucking nerd when it comes to anything in life. For example, when I was just trying to understand more about dating, for example. also being very strategic in regards to how I want to build my life later on. So what I was thinking was, okay, I'm a fat ass kid. I really want to be someone who can change people's life. And what I wanted to do first is, in order to change people's life, I have to change myself first. So that was also one of the reasons why I was getting into hiring the best fitness coach in the world, because they was just teaching me about how you can um, take control of your mindset, and also how to work out, and also your diet. Because if you have all these things in check, you have so much more energy. You don't Sometimes I feel like I have too much energy. What should I do with all that? But I just think that entrepreneurship is so fun, and also other areas of life like working out and seeing changes all the time, because it just motivates you. So in regards to like being a becoming a more attractive person and also building a business for yourself, is not only about being able to attract girls, the kind of girls you want, but also just being someone you feel proud of. I've always wanted to be someone who can wake up every day, for example, be someone who can help other people change their life. I used to remember after, before I was going to finishing college, I was thinking, what the fuck do I want to do with my life? And my former fitness coach, he told me that I'm actually good at helping people with losing weight and keep it off, and also educating them. And I was thinking, I don't believe that, but eventually he got me straight and just helped me get some first couple of clients, and eventually I just got hooked about it, seeing the results that people were getting. And I think through learning a lot about personal development, I've realized I'm an IFNJ, which basically just means that someone who doesn't just want to work to get a paycheck, because that's not fulfilling enough for me. I would love to just create a purposeful life where I'm actually helping people with, for example, what I've finally figured out is helping people lose the weight and keep it off. And they're the heaviest weight they've ever been, and they tried everything to lose the weight, but they're not seeing any results. And what they really want is lose the weight and keep it off, so they can feel healthy and get all the, not missing out on career opportunities. That is what I feel like is my calling. And I just think life is too short when it comes to just achieving what you want in life, because I'm seeing people who are 40 or 50 years old, eventually they are just missing out on so many things. They feel like the burden of being a father, or their job, or just paying all the mortgage is taking their time away from actually going at what they really want. But I'm not so sure if I'm rambling too much, but what I was always thinking about, if I'm just making this video for you guys, is how to provide as much value to you guys, in the sense that I really want to help you. If you're going through something like I was, like being overweight, not so confident person, and you really want to be a more confident, and also someone who lead a more purposeful life, that's all I want. Because I've been talking with so many people who are at the heaviest weight they've ever been, and they spend years on trying to lose the weight, and they're missing out on family time, they're missing out on work career opportunities, because they're so overweight. They feel like they're not able to travel as much as their boss is telling them to. But I definitely feel like if you're someone who, just like me, for a couple of years is still thinking that losing weight should be like yo-yo dieting, and you keep yo-yo dieting and you're not seeing the change that you really want, I advise you to book a call with me, because I've been where you are, tried everything to lose the weight, but eventually I just got to lose the weight, and now I'm just someone who feel very grateful waking up. I'm more happy as I've never been. I'm seeing changes with clients losing weight and keep it off, and I also just feel like you just have to figure out what you really want in life, and it could be whatever you want. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you are tuning into the next video I'm making, and have a blessed day.